It was very difficult to live here. My son disappeared on March 21st. He was leaving the village, and they were everywhere. Here in Ivanivka, in Lukashivka villages, they came on March 5th at night. They shelled all the time, we couldn't even go outside. My son went to his grandmother to bring her food. I couldn't wait for him to return. He was there 5 days, and I didn't know whether he was alive. He couldn't stay, his grandmother had had a stroke. Did you hide in the cellar? How did you survive? Yes, we stayed in the cellar every night. We were scared to sleep in the house. They came on March 5th, and the next day they started burning houses. It was terrible. And on March 6th, there was a battle too. Our troops were fighting them. They came in tanks and they left the tanks next to each house. And they shelled and our troops shelled too. How did they behave? How was it? They were different. The first ones who came were very tough. They aimed their automatic guns at us and took our phones. I told them I had just bought my phone with lost money. I asked them to take my card, but to leave my phone to me. They went inside, checked the house. My husband is disabled. It's only him and me. I told them there was only 2 of us, and my husband couldn't walk. And they said he would run away from them. There were 3 of them. They searched houses in threes. And then others came on armored troop carriers in the evening. They knocked on the door. I was cooking and opened the door holding a knife. And they asked why I was greeting them with a knife. I explained that I had been cooking. They told me not to be afraid, that they wouldn't hurt me. They were quite polite. They weren't cruel. They just told me not to go anywhere without telling them first. These new ones were kinder. Did a lot of people die? People mostly died of splinters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people died of splinters. I haven't heard of anyone being shot. Down the road there were burats, and they counted people in cellars every morning and every evening. But we didn't have such cruelty. How many days did it last? They left on March 30th. They came on March 5th and left on the 30th. It was like that all the time. They didn't let us go outside. We got used to it all. We knew where missiles were flying from and where to. We even knew how far from us it would fall down. It was very hard, very hard. It's now all over, but it feels like it wasn't me, like a nightmare. And now I can't find my son. I asked him not to go, to wait till it was over, but he said he couldn't wait. He was sure we would die anyway.